Hello YouTubes. Do you remember when you were young? Yeah, I know it was a while ago. And that wise old man would say, invest in good equipment and tools now and it'll save you in the long run. Well, prepare to be lectured, for I am now the wise old codger. So today we're talking soldering irons because I got a brand new soldering station and I absolutely love it. And I want you to check it out. You might love it too. Right, first of all, let's go through the differences. When you first start out soldering, you'll probably have something like this. No temperature control, there's a wire, plugs into the wall. It's fine, $20, $25, okay? Then you might move up to something a bit like this. Soldering station. Adjustable temperature, $50-ish. I know this is the same one, but I don't have the original, but you know, it's much the same. And the problem with this particular one, as I've recently found out, because my last favourite one kind of broke. Let me give you a close-up and I'll show you what happened. If you've done any soldering at all, you will probably recognise this design, okay? This is your soldering tip up here. There's a sort of metal shield that goes over it. You unscrew this, you remove that, and there's your soldering tip. This section here is the heating element, so that goes up inside there. Heats that. Unfortunately, it also heats this, and in turn it heats this screwy bit, which goes into this plastic section. And what happened to my last favourite soldering iron, this got really hot. When I went to change the tip, unscrewed this whole section just broke because it's plastic. Now, don't get me wrong, this style is absolutely fine for most things. However, I got a wee bit annoyed because it wasn't quite getting hot enough. It didn't take... I'll try that again. It didn't heat up very quickly, and it's a nightmare to change the tip because when this gets hot, it almost welds itself on. So I thought there must be a better solution. And there is. I did a bit of research on the old internet, looked up some reviews, and have you ever heard of cartridge tips or cartridge soldering irons? I hadn't either, so I was astounded when I looked at the reviews and thought I'm going to have to order one of them. So here's what we got. Behold the Fnirsi DWS 200. 200 stands for 200 watts, which is quite a lot because that last workstation I got was only 80, which is actually still quite high. So going from 80 watts to 200 watts, it's quite a difference. So that is the workstation itself. It comes with crocodile clip bendy thing, which actually feels really good and it stays in position. And it's not too stiff, just right. It did have the little plastic shields over them, but I hate them because they're too bulky. It actually comes with two of these. I think I'll only be using one. If you want to put the other one in, you take out this little rubber or silicone plug. It's got a square end, like so, and just push it in, and now you've got two. There's the wee things I was talking about, okay? So you've got those two. The other part of it, obviously, is your soldering pen, let's call it. It sits in this little thing, which has got a little damper so it doesn't fall down. You can position that wherever you want. And the great thing about this, they've even added a little boingy thing to keep the wire out the way. That is adjustable angles. Put that wherever you want. It's just well thought out so far. Okay. Okay, here's what sets this above the rest. Let's switch it on and I'll show you, okay? When you first switch it on, you can see that going up to 100 degrees centigrade. You can change that to Fahrenheit for you Americans down there who don't understand what centigrade is. And 100 degrees is the sleep mode. And it will not get hotter than that until you lift the gun. What we're calling that, a gun or a pen? The iron. When you lift the iron, it knows that you're now ready to work. And look how fast I was going to say speeds up, but gets up to temperature. Now, we've got 3 different settings here, which we can program to whatever we want. We can cycle between our 3 presets with the CH button. 300 degrees, that will go down to 300. Press it again, goes up to 360. Press it again, up to 450, which is ridiculously hot. I like to solder most things around 360. But the main thing is the speed at which it gets up to temperature. It's phenomenal. So at the moment, it's cut the power. It's going to go down to 100 degrees centigrade. You can change that temperature as well. If you want it always super hot, then you can do that too. It's really, really nice. Now, here's something else about this thing. Remember what I was saying about the temperature of the tip getting really hot? Let me show you what happens. So we are, instantly up to 360. However, let's say I don't want that tip. I want one of the other 9 tips that came with this particular set. You don't have to buy the Deluxe set, but that's what I got because, remember, wise old codger thing. So let's say I want to swap out to this fine tip here. Actually, no, that's not the fine tip. Let's find the fine tip. Let's go with this one, okay? So that's the fine tip, and I want to swap out. I don't have to wait for this. Bear in mind, we're at 360 degrees, right? We don't have to wait for that to cool down and unscrew it. You simply put it in there. Pull that out. Put the new one in. You notice it's detecting it doesn't have a tip. Push that against that little hole in there. You see that wee hole there? Push that in firmly. New tip is in. We just need to touch it against that. It will register it and we're back up to temperature again. This one's never been used, which is why it's smoky. Getting back to the other tip, remember the one we took out? I can lift it up. Obviously, don't lift it up at that end, but because the heating element is in there, nothing in the handle is getting hot. It's purely from about there to there it gets warm. I wouldn't recommend doing that because you might forget, but it does mean that you can lift it up. If I want to change back quickly, pull that out there, pick up the old one, put it back in there. Again, don't push it from the top, that would be stupid. Push it against the tip. It's there. And we're off with a big tip again. It's really phenomenal. And again, look how quickly it gets up to temperature. Put it back in there. Goes back down to sleep mode. It's also got a default setting of 30 minutes where it will switch off after 30 minutes, but you can change the 30 minutes as well. And of course, we have our nice little cleaning brush down there. Superb. Absolutely love it. This set also came with another handle, iron handle. I don't know what to call it. I'm not a soldering expert. This one is a bit shorter and a bit narrower, possibly for extra fine work, but you can get right up at the end there because this bit doesn't get hot. You know, even if you touch that when you're working, you've probably seen that meme on Facebook or wherever, Instagram, where the girl is demonstrating and she's holding the metal bit. Anyway, I think this one is for fine work, but this is the Deluxe set. My set cost about 200 Canadian, which seems a lot, but you can spend a hell of a lot more than that on a soldering station. So I think so far, and I've used this quite a lot already, and I've only had it a week, I think this is worth the money. It's turned soldering fun, and it means that you cannot blame your soldering iron for your shoddy work anymore, because this kit is good. Right, let's try it out, shall we? Let's solder some random wires onto a random PCB. Lift our iron out. It'll go up to, I've set this to 300, which should be absolutely fine for this job. I'm going to tin up my wires first. Oh, I suppose I should add some solder. That's not the tidiest of wires. I'm going to do that with all 4 of these for now. Lovely. So our little wires are ready to be soldered on. Cool. Right. Let's get a blob of solder onto the end of these. I do like to use a wee bit of flux just to get things going. And I'm sure this is the wrong way to do it, but it's the way I do it and it works for me. So, and you notice how this immediately goes down to sleep mode as soon as I put this back in its holder. Right, got a blob on there. 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 Need more solder. And there. And get our wires on. One there. One there. This isn't how you would do it, obviously. You would make it much neater, but we're just going random. And the final one down there. Right, we've got 4 wires soldered. Put this back in its holder. Temperature goes back down to sleep. This part of the work is complete. All soldered nicely. Well, when I say nice, they're soldered. It could be nicer. Okay, let's try something a bit meatier, shall we? Like this, for example. If you're into model trains, you might recognise this as an Athearn Blue Box power bar. Okay, so it's a fair bit thicker. There's a lot of heat distribution going down there. So what we'll do is we're going to attach a little bit of wire to that. We don't need that much flux, but we will need to turn the temperature up. So let's go up to 450 for this, and we'll get a blob of solder on there. Wait for it to get up to temperature, which it is now. We're going to heat that up, put a blob on there. There's our blob. Then we can get a bit of wire, attach it to that, and we're done. Love this thing. It just makes life so much easier. So very, very basic, simple test on something pretty small and something pretty chunky. And that's going to go back down to sleep mode, 100 degrees. So there you have it. Not exactly an in-depth review. There's quite a lot of reviews on YouTube, so by all means go and check them out. I will provide a link in the description to where I got mine on Amazon. And if you happen to buy it through there, I get a few pennies, which is nice. This, I paid for this, by the way. This isn't like this wasn't sent to me to do a review. I just really love it, and I thought, you know what, it's going to make your life a wee bit easier, so have a think about it. And you don't have to go for the deluxe version like I did. Wise old codger and all that. Right, back to work. I have got some more locomotives to add decoders to, and this is going to make it easier. See you all very soon. Happy Christmas, by the way. Bye for now.